Hey guys, thought I'd go over this because it's something that's been bugging me lately, and it's something that's been a common question among people, is the congressional approval rating. For a while now, Congress has had record low approval ratings, yet the thing is that we're still electing these people. I mean, the approval ratings are so low, they're about 14% disapprove. No, 14% approve of Congress, 81% disapprove, yet these people are still being voted back in. So the big question is, why are we doing this? There's a few possible answers, and there's probably not one clear answer. One is that the average person in their district, for example, I'm in Oregon. For example, in Oregon, a bunch of people may disapprove of Congress as a whole, but they think that their representative or senator is doing a good job and that everybody else is just terrible. Another thing is that they think everybody's doing a bad job, but they decide not to vote because they say that they would rather not have to choose the lesser of two evils, which is a valid point. But what I think they're wrong in is that I don't think any vote is necessarily wasted. You don't have to vote for one of the two people. You could do a write-in, or you could try to push for a reasonable candidate to get into office. Um, and so that's why it kind of bugged me. Like with a lot of libertarians during the presidential election, they thought that they either had to vote for Romney or Obama, and that's not necessarily the case. There's other third party alternatives, and say if there's, for example, 5 million libertarians, and if every one of them voted for, let's say, Gary Johnson or Ron Paul, I mean, that'd be a significant amount, and eventually that would help increase over the years during the next campaign. But they either vote for the lesser of two evils and be like, oh, I'd rather Obama than Romney or Romney than Obama, but that's not who they really think should be in office, yet they vote for them anyways, or they just not vote at all. But the thing is that not voting at all, these people will still get in to office whether you vote for them or not, because if you're not going to vote for them, somebody else will. So you're not doing any favors to anybody by not voting. The only way that you could actually do favors to the country and yourself and your ideals and your movement is to vote for people who you think would do a good job and not the lesser of two evils. Um, so yeah, the approval rating, I think that it's kind of hypocritical for some Americans to complain so much about Congress and then they don't really do a damn about electing good people into Congress. They reelect these people and it drives me crazy. Um, yeah, so they have such low approval rating, and that there's all this stuff going on that the average American either overlooks or doesn't care about, like the anti-protest laws, for example. They have that one law where you can't. It is now illegal to protest uh, where Secret Servicemen are present, and most people don't know about it, and then some people who know about it, they just don't care. They're like, oh well, we don't need to do that. It's like, well, it's your rights being taken away, people. Yeah, so it's pretty ridiculous. I think that what people need to be doing is they need to actually be aware and be involved in politics. I see so many people nowadays, they just either go with the status quo or they just say, "Oh, well, I'm not very interested in politics." Well, I think everybody should be interested in politics, not necessarily politics, the art of politics, but current events and what's going on with our government because I think that's extremely important uh, to know what's going on and that we're kind of being screwed over here. Uh, I think that a lot more people should be proactive in promoting what they think is right. I'm libertarian, for example. I currently cannot vote, but I have, you know, learned a lot throughout all these campaigns, and I have been uh, supportive of trying to get these libertarian congressmen and candidates into positions of power so then we could actually influence some real change rather than just sitting around and complaining about how awful everything is because in the end that's going to get you nowhere.